Patrick Cook here. So thanks for joining me in yet another Mandelbulb3D gotcha session. This one's pretty straightforward, irritating, not a whole lot we can do about it, not a big deal. But let me show it to you. So look, all right, so you're working along here and you want to save your work. Let's just say we want to save it as an M3P. All right, you know what M3P is, right? Right? It's Mandelbulb, and I have no idea what the 3 means, but the P means parameters. Okay, and M3A is an animation. Okay, you know what an M3I is? Aha! An M3I is the Mandelbulb's file format for saving the set of parameters of your formula along with an image. Therefore, I equals image, M3I. Okay, so let's say we want to, let me show you the gotcha. So let's say we want to save this. So we're going to save it, we're going to save it to, my Mandelbulb, whatever. But let's just say that we want to create a new folder for that particular Mandelbulb file to go into. So normally what I would do is I'd right-click on this and I would be able to select a folder. Well, therein lies the problem. You see, that folder is in some sort of foreign language. I have no idea what that is. All right. So the problem we've got here is that when we go to create a new folder, we're getting a foreign language here, or maybe it's not a foreign language. Maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it looks like Chinese. It's hard to say what that is. Okay. All right, but let's just say that we don't know what this means. This is actually listing the folders that are under that folder, Patrick Personal. All right, this is listing all the folders that are available, but they're being listed in either a foreign language or some sort of garbage. And so we don't know what those folders mean. All right. I also don't have the ability to create a new folder. This is listing the folders that already exist under Patrick, even though Patrick Personal, even though I don't know what these folders mean. All right, and I don't have the ability to create a new folder. So that's just a little irritating gotcha. All right. Let's see if that happens with the M3I as well. Okay. So now if I right-click on it, yeah. Okay, so I'm getting the same problem with the M3I. All right. Let's see if I'm getting the same problem with from the animation window. Let's get the animation window up. Let's make some keyframes. Okay, so let's get the navigator going here. All right, I'm just going to punch some keyframes in there. Just punched a bunch of them in. There they are. Okay. Now let's say I want to save this. All right. All right, there's my Patrick Personal. Now if I right-click on that, yeah, okay. So anytime that you want to actually save a file, whether it's an M3P, an M3I, or an M3A, we're getting this issue here of either a foreign language or some sort of a scrambled text that makes it difficult for us to understand what it is that we're trying to do. All right, so what I do is I just come up here and I abandon this and I just go use my File Explorer and I create a folder, a target folder that I want, all right? using the File Explorer, not using Mandelbulb. All right. And then when I go to save it, I'll navigate into that new folder that I manually created, and I'll save it. In other words, I don't try to work with either this foreign language or whatever. When it comes to Mandelbulb, listing the folders, the subfolders that I have my target. All right, I just I go make the folder manually, differently, not using Mandelbulb, and then click into it, and I'm fine. This issue in software development, we have a thing called it's called culturization. And what you do is you have the application look at the Windows operating system or Macintosh operating system or whatever operating system that will then tell the application what culture or what language the user is using the operating system in, what locale, that sort of thing. Okay. So evidently, the developers of the Mandelbulb3D fractal generator started to embed what's called culturization, where the application would try to detect what language or what country or what time zone or whatever the application was being used in. But for some reason, didn't quite get it right. And we have that. So the workaround is go manually create the folder and then navigate to the folder manually and then go ahead and save. This scrambling never happens with any of the names down here. It only appears to be happening when you're working with subfolders. Okay? If anybody recognizes this, if this is a language, if anybody recognizes what that means, put it in the comments. All right? I don't know if this is a foreign language or if it's just simply scrambled text. I don't know. Okay? All right, that's it for this gotcha. Foreign affairs. You just never know what you're going to run into. This is more of a kind of an irritant than a problem. This doesn't crash or anything. And I can click into these folders, but I just don't know where I'm clicking. Okay? All right, that's it for this. Gotcha? I'll catch you another time. Take care.